There is a wisdom not taught by men, a knowing not found in books, a light not sparked by intellect, but by surrender. When your strength fails and your mind grows weary, I do not abandon you to confusion. I speak, I lead, I pour from my mouth wisdom that cannot be shaken. If the world's noise has deafened your soul, come away. Listen again to me, for I, the Lord your God, give wisdom. And what I speak over you carries the power to rebuild your life from the inside out. Welcome to God says, a channel of healing, comfort, and divine restoration through the voice of God. Every word you hear is meant to uplift your spirit and reconnect you with truth that sets you free. Wisdom begins where surrender begins. Child, come near and be still, for the world has filled your ears with noise. But my voice speaks from eternity into your present moment. You have searched for answers. You have questioned your worth. You have grown weary from trying to understand life with your own limited vision. But here I am. I am the source. I am the beginning of wisdom. Not the kind that puffs up the mind, but the kind that heals the heart. The kind that restores your clarity, renews your hope, and breaks the chains you've worn in silence. You were never meant to walk through life leaning on your own understanding. You are not made to survive by information alone. You were formed for revelation, for divine wisdom, for truth that breathes. And now I call you back, not to complexity, but to the simplicity of knowing me. For when you know me, wisdom will flow not as something you chase, but something you carry. I am not hiding wisdom from you. I am placing it before you like bread, for the hungry. All I ask is that you slow down enough to receive it. You've tried to fix the external while your soul remained in pain. You've tried to control outcomes while your heart trembled in fear. You've asked me for quick results when what I desired was deep transformation. And now I say to you, let me give you what your soul truly longs for, not more things, but more truth. Not more tasks, but more presence. Not more answers, but deeper understanding. For what you're truly craving is not clarity of circumstance, but clarity of spirit. And that comes only from me. I am not just the God who sees your future. I am the God who guides you into it, step by holy step, when you walk with me in surrendered wisdom. And this is where it all begins, child, at the altar of surrender. Wisdom begins where surrender begins. Not the kind of surrender that feels like defeat, but the kind that feels like homecoming, where you no longer pretend to be strong enough, where you finally allow yourself to be led. You fought for control because you were afraid. But I say to you now, lay down the illusion. You are never safer in control than you are in my will. Wisdom is not the absence of uncertainty. It is the presence of me in your uncertainty. It is the knowing that even when you cannot see, I can. Even when you don't have the plan, I hold the map. Even when the path is dark, I am still the light, and I am walking with you. Not behind you, not ahead of you, with you. I do not abandon those I call. I do not confuse those I lead. I do not forsake those I love. And I love you more than words can hold, more than you have ever been told. And that is why I speak this now. Your only task is to remain with me until the end. I will give you the answer you have long desired. Do not let go before I finish what I have begun. Do not retreat to the familiar pain when I am calling you into new peace. Do not believe that you have already gone too far. You are still within my reach. You are still inside the promise, and I am still forming the wisdom that will unlock the next season of your life. But you must first let me tear down false wisdom, the kind rooted in fear, the kind built from trauma, the kind passed down from broken people doing their best. The kind that says you are only worthy when you succeed, the kind that says you must earn love, prove value, fight for visibility. That is not my wisdom. My wisdom is peaceable. My wisdom is pure. My wisdom is full of mercy. My wisdom does not crush you. It calls you upward. It does not shame you. It restores your dignity. It does not pressure you. It guides you with kindness. So when you hear voices that leave you anxious, frantic, and confused, know this: it is not my voice. When I speak, your soul exhales. When I lead, your feet find peace even on unfamiliar ground. When I reveal truth, it is not to wound you, but to wake you. Child, I am asking you now, will you let me reteach you what is true? Will you let me reset your foundations? Will you let me become the root from which your life grows? The world has taught you to build on sand, on likes, on speed, on external validation. But I teach you to build on the rock, on the eternal, on the voice that does not change when your feelings do. For every season ahead, you will need wisdom that is not shaken by storms. You will need a compass that does not spin in chaos. And that compass is me, not your perfection, not your certainty, not your logic, just me. You may say, but I don't know enough. And I will say, then lean on my knowing. You may say, but I am weak. And I will say, my strength is made perfect in your weakness. You may say, I've fallen too far. And I will say, you cannot fall beyond my mercy. You may say, I'm not ready. And I will say, I have already gone before you. The beginning of wisdom is not understanding the whole path. It is simply choosing to trust the one who walks beside you. So walk with me, and if your steps feel unsure, walk anyway. If your heart trembles, come anyway. If the past still whispers shame, look ahead anyway. I am not asking for confidence. I am asking for closeness. For it is proximity to me that opens your ears to my wisdom. I am not a distant teacher. I am a present father. And I will not lead you into confusion. I will lead you into clarity, alignment, and purpose. One breath at a time now. So now, I invite you to release the need to figure it all out. You do not need all the answers. You need my presence. You do not need to see the full map. You need to follow my light, one step at a time. My child, you are not here by accident. You are not watching this by chance. You are hearing me because I am calling you higher, calling you inward, calling you into a wisdom not of this world, a wisdom that will rebuild your life from the seed root, a wisdom that will cut through fear, a wisdom that will break open the sky over your destiny. And I say again, as you begin this sacred journey, remain with me until the end, and I will give you the answer you've been searching for. You don't need to run anymore. You don't need to strive. You only need to stay and let wisdom rise within you. Discern the voice that guides you. Child, as you walk with me, you must learn not only to hear my voice, but to recognize it. For not every voice that sounds powerful is true. Not every whisper in your mind carries my spirit. The world is loud, and fear is clever. It often disguises itself as wisdom. Anxiety pretends to be responsibility. Guilt disguises itself as holiness. And shame speaks with the tone of a teacher. But these are not from me. My voice leads with clarity, not confusion. With peace, not panic. With love, not pressure. And so I speak now to train your spirit, to sharpen your ears, so that you may know which voice to follow when you stand at the crossroads. You were never created to be led by fear. You are not born to follow chaos or to build your life around what if. You are not designed to spend your days second-guessing your worth, your choices, or your calling. That is the fruit of false wisdom, wisdom that seems right to man, but leads to exhaustion. It is wisdom that keeps you busy but empty, moving but lost. visible but disconnected from your soul. And now I say, let that kind of wisdom die. Let it fall. Let it lose its grip on you. For you were made for more than survival. You are made for discernment. You are made to walk in truth that frees, not fear that binds. Ask yourself, child, what voice do I follow when no one is watching? When your thoughts spiral at night, what guides them? When you stand in front of a decision, what drives your response? Is it the need to be perfect? The fear of being rejected? The ache of not feeling enough? These are the subtle rulers of the world's wisdom. They shape lives, build empires, but lead to ruin. But I say to you now, wisdom begins. Not in fear, but in reverence. Reverence for me. Reverence for truth. Reverence for your soul's sacred worth. When you truly revere me, you stop bowing to the opinions of the crowd. You stop chasing approval. You stop selling pieces of yourself just to be seen. And in that space, in that holy silence, you begin to hear my voice again. You do not have to earn my wisdom. You only have to honor it. You do not need a perfect record. You need an open spirit. I do not speak to the flawless. I speak to the willing. I speak to the humble. I speak to those who quiet themselves long enough to say, Lord, not my will, but yours. That is the posture I bless. That is the heart I pour into. That is the ground I sow with revelation. And to that heart I say now, get ready. I am opening your ears. I am clearing the static. I am refining your inner world so that false voices lose their power and only my voice remains. Do not fear the silence. It is often where my clearest words come. Do not fear the stillness. It is where I do my deepest work. I am not rushing. I am not trying to get you to a destination at the cost of your soul. I am forming you. I am shaping the kind of wisdom in you that will outlast the storm. The kind that sees through lies and does not flinch. The kind that knows how to stand when others fall. The kind that walks in light even in the valley of shadows. This wisdom is not cheap. It is not instant. It is not found in headlines or formulas. It is born in intimacy with me. You have listened to many voices in your life. Some spoke curses over you. Some planted seeds of doubt that grew into patterns you now call personality. Some told you that you had to strive to be accepted, even by me. But today I tear down every lie that has tried to sit on the throne of your heart. I never asked you to be perfect. I asked you to be present. I never asked you to perform. I asked you to walk with me. My wisdom is not a distant code. It is a voice, a presence, a steady whisper saying, this is the way. Walk in it. And now I am bringing that whisper back to the center of your life. This is how you will know it's me. When you hear words that draw you to peace, not panic, it is me. When you are reminded of your worth, even when corrected, it is me. When you are led to mercy, not accusation, it is me. When you are called upward, not shamed downward, it is me. When you feel truth that sets your soul free, even if it confronts your pride, that is me. Every time, in every season. And this is how you will know it is not me. When the voice says you are too far gone. When it says you must do more to earn my love. When it says you must shrink to be safe. When it mocks your sensitivity or tells you to hide your questions. When it trades peace for productivity. That is not my voice. That is the voice of fear, the voice of performance, the voice of the accuser. And you do not belong to him. You belong to me. So now, my child, receive this blessing. May your ears be tuned to my wisdom. May your heart be aligned with my voice. May your spirit grow sharp with discernment. And when confusion comes, and it will, you will not be shaken, for I will remind you. I will guide you. I will whisper your name in the stillness, and you will remember. I am the one who speaks with fire and gentleness. I am the one who speaks not to impress, but to transform. I am the one who formed you for such a time as this. And I will not let you walk blind. Let every lie be exposed. Let every false voice fall away. Let every shadow be cast out by the light of my word. And let my wisdom rise in you like the morning sun, steady, radiant, and full of truth. For you are not alone. You never were. And now, as you walk forward, you will walk with discernment. You will no longer be led by confusion. You will no longer bow to noise. You will follow only me. You were chosen for more than survival. You were not created just to get through life. I did not breathe my spirit into you so you could spend your years just coping, just enduring, just existing in quiet despair while pretending to be fine. I made you for fullness. I made you for impact. I made you to carry my image and release my wisdom into a world that has forgotten what truth sounds like. You were born with a purpose that is greater than survival, and today I am calling that purpose to awaken. The world has tried to tame you, to press you into a mold of self-protection and smallness, to convince you that playing it safe is wisdom. But I did not place divine fire in your bones so that you could settle for comfort. I am the God who awakens destinies, and I am awakening yours, child. There is more for you. There is more in you, but it cannot rise until you stop living by what wounded you, until you stop allowing fear to hold the pen of your story, until you stop confusing safety with obedience. Obedience will always require risk, and that risk is not recklessness. It is reverent surrender. It is the willingness to step even when you don't feel ready. It is the courage to walk even when your knees tremble. It is saying yes even when your voice shakes. Because the truth is, you don't become bold by waiting until you feel fearless. You become bold by choosing faith in the middle of fear. And I am with you in that place. I am not waiting for you on the other side of your hesitation. I am with you in it, calling you forward with wisdom, not pressure. You keep waiting for confidence before you move. But I give clarity in motion. I give strength as you step. I give insight as you obey. My wisdom was never meant to be hoarded. It is meant to be walked in. You do not need to have every answer. You do not need to predict every outcome. You only need to remember who goes with you. And I go with you. I do not send you into battle alone. I do not speak vision over your life and then leave you to figure it out. I walk beside you, and I go before you, and I dwell within you. There is no part of your journey untouched by my hand, so stop living like you've been abandoned. You are not alone. You are not forgotten. You are not ill-equipped. You say, but I've failed before. And I say, then now you know grace. You say, but I'm not qualified. And I say, I do not call the qualified. I qualify the called. You say, but I feel unworthy. And I say, I made you worthy when I chose you. You say, but I'm afraid. And I say, so was everyone I've ever used, but they moved anyway. You are in good company, child. The heroes have fallen. Faith were not the fearless. They were the surrendered. They were the ones who listened when I spoke, even when the world called them foolish. They were the ones who followed me instead of the crowd. And you are one of them. I do not call you to shrink. I call you to rise. I do not call you to impress. I call you to obey. And I do not call you to figure it all out. I call you to walk with me and to let my wisdom shape your steps. Do not waste your life waiting for a version of yourself that feels perfect enough to be used. I use the broken. I use the unsure. I use the humble. And I will use you if you'll let me. The world doesn't need another flawless mask. It needs your authentic surrender, your honest yes, your full heart laid bare before me. That's where my wisdom flows. That's where transformation begins. You've spent too long living beneath the weight of others' expectations, afraid to step out of line, afraid to disappoint, afraid to make a mistake. But hear me now. True wisdom is not found in perfection, but in alignment. Align yourself with me. Let your yes be to my voice, not the voice of fear. Let your decisions be rooted in my purpose, not your performance. Let your life be shaped by eternal truth, not temporary applause. I know what I placed in you. I know what your life is meant to carry. And though the world may have overlooked you, I never did. Though people misunderstood your depth, I never questioned it. Though you've been rejected, silenced, or made to feel small, I have been writing a story through you that no one can cancel. My hand is still on you. My calling is still over you. And my wisdom is still guiding you forward. You don't have to rush. You don't have to prove. You only need to follow. This is your moment to rise. Not by might, not by self-will, but by wisdom, divine wisdom. The kind that anchors your identity so deeply in me that nothing can shake it. A kind that sets your feet on fire and gives your voice the authority of heaven. The kind that says, I don't have all the answers, but I know the one who does. That's enough. That's power. That's the beginning of something holy. Child, I say to you now, you were chosen for more than survival. You were created to carry light. You were anointed to break cycles. You were appointed to walk in truth. My wisdom is not behind you. It is within you. And now I ask you, will you let it lead? Will you step even when it costs your comfort? Will you say yes even when others say no? Will you trust me, even when the path is not what you imagined? Because the time is now. The door is open. And my hand is on your life in ways you do not yet see. I am building something through you that no man can steal. And every piece of wisdom I've poured into your soul, through the pain, through the process, through the whispers in the night, it is all rising now. It is coming together. And it is time for you to walk in it. Healing the places no one sees. Child, you carry wounds that few understand. You've smiled while breaking. You've shown up while empty. You've kept going while silently asking, when will I feel whole again? You've done what you had to do, but in the quiet, you wonder if there is any place left inside you that hasn't been touched by disappointment, betrayal, or fear. And I say this to you now. I see the parts of you that you hide. I see the pain you've covered with strength. I see the questions you've buried beneath duty. I see the heaviness in your chest, the ache in your voice, the nights you stay awake searching for peace. I see it all, and I do not look away. I do not flinch at your brokenness. I do not avoid your pain. I move toward it. I move toward you. For healing is not about pretending you're fine. It is not about bypassing the reality of what has hurt you. It is about bringing those wounds into the light of my wisdom, where truth and mercy meet. You were never meant to carry this alone. You were never meant to figure it out while bleeding. You've been taught to survive in silence. But I did not create you to just cope. I created you to be whole. And now I am restoring the places no one sees. The inner rooms that are cluttered with fear, with false identity, with unresolved pain. I am clearing them out, not to shame you, not to punish you, but to make room for my peace, my presence, my purpose. You have asked me to change your life. But child, I must first change the inner world you live in every day, the thoughts you tolerate, the lies you've agreed with, the habits that keep you repeating old patterns. This is the root work. This is the soul surgery. And yes, it may feel uncomfortable, but you are not doing this alone. I am the gentle surgeon. I am the wise healer, and I know exactly where to touch, how to guide, when to speak, and what to restore. You do not need to brace yourself in fear. You need only to stay present with me. You've hidden long enough. You've minimized your pain long enough. You've sighed, "It's not that bad," while your soul cried out for relief. But I'm not here to manage your pain. I'm here to heal it. I'm here to go to the roots, the deep roots, the childhood beliefs, the buried memories, the defining moments that shaped how you see yourself and how you think I see you. And I say now, in the authority of truth, you are not too far gone. You are not broken beyond repair. You are not a burden. You are mine, and I restore what belongs to me. Do not be afraid of the tears. Let them fall. Do not be afraid of remembering. I will hold you through it. You do not need to process your pain perfectly. You only need to bring it to me honestly. Because every time you bring your raw, unfiltered, aching heart to me, you are walking in wisdom. The world tells you to numb it, to push through, to fake it. But I tell you, come to me, all who are weary and burdened, and I will give you rest. You do not need to earn healing. You only need to receive it. And I pour it freely, without judgment, without hesitation, without conditions. I am healing you from more than symptoms. I am healing you from the source. The abandonment that taught you to never trust again. The shame that told you to stay small and silent. The betrayal that made you build walls so high no one could reach you. The rejection that shaped your identity more than my love ever did. I am not just healing your memories. I am rewriting your story. Not erasing your past, but redeeming it, so that even what was meant to destroy you becomes the soil of your becoming. That is what my wisdom does. It doesn't just explain things, it transforms them. It doesn't just give you insight, it gives you new vision. A way to look at your life through the lens of eternity and say, even this will be used for glory. Child, my wisdom speaks into your deepest pain and says, you are not what happened to you. You are not what they said. You are not the mistake you made. You are not the scar you carry. You are the one I chose. You are the one I'm restoring. You are the one I've anointed for such a time as this. So now I invite you, lay it down. The mask, the defense, the fear of being too much, the fear of never being enough. Lay it all down. And let me speak a better word over your life. You are not stuck. You are not lost. You are not disqualified. You are not too damaged. You are standing at the threshold of transformation, and I will walk you through it, not as a project, but as a beloved child. Not to fix you, but to free you. Freedom is possible. Wholeness is possible. Joy that doesn't depend on circumstances. It is possible. Peace that surpasses understanding. It is real. Not someday. No, for I am here. Not just watching. Not just waiting. I am working. I am healing what you thought would never heal. I am softening what you thought had turned to stone. I am calling you out of hiding. I am inviting you into the kind of life that doesn't just look good from the outside, but feels light, free, and deeply rooted from the inside. That is your inheritance. That is your portion. That is my promise. You do not need to hold yourself together anymore. Let me hold you. Let my wisdom become your foundation. Let my truth become your compass. Let my love become your mirror. You've looked into too many broken reflections. You've defined yourself by too many temporary voices. But now, I invite you to see yourself through my eternal eyes. And when you do, you will know you are whole. You are seen. You are healing. You are mine. Rise from comfort and walk into calling. Child, you have lingered in safety long enough. You have stood at the edge of your calling, looking in from a distance, wondering if now is the right time, if you are ready, if you are worthy. And I say, to you, you are not waiting on a sign. You are being called by my voice. This is not a season to stall. This is not a season to hide behind fear or perfection. This is a season of movement, of boldness, of faith with footsteps. I have placed my wisdom within you, and now I ask you, what will you do with it? You say, I'm afraid to fail. But I say, failure is not your enemy. Stagnation is. You say, what if I'm not enough? But I say, you are more than enough because I am with you. You say, I don't feel ready. And I say, obedience is not about readiness. It is about surrender. Do not confuse comfort with calling. Do not confuse delay with discernment. There is a time to prepare, and there is a time to move. And now, child, it is time to move. I am not asking you to be reckless. I am asking you to be responsive. When I say go, trust that I have gone before you. When I say speak, trust that I have prepared hearts to hear. When I say act, trust that I have already made a way through the impossibility. My wisdom is not just for understanding, it is for action. Faith without action becomes fear with excuses. And you, beloved, were made to live with fire, not with. Fear not, do not cling to what I've asked you to release. Do not keep what I have told you to let go of. Some doors are not locked, they are just waiting for you to push. Some walls are not barriers, they are invitations to trust. Some delays are not from me, they are born from fear's lies. And now I say, break free, step forward, leave the comfortable behind. The life you long for will never be found. In what is easy, you will be born in what is eternal. There is wisdom in rest, yes, but there is also wisdom in rising. And you, child, have rested long enough in hesitation. It is time to step into your anointing. Your voice has power. Your life has weight. Your obedience carries more ripple than you can comprehend. I am not asking you to impress the world. I am calling you to impact it, not by popularity, but by presence. Not by control, but by obedience. Not by perfection, but by faith. You will never have all the answers, but you will always have me. And I am more than enough. Remember, child, that wisdom is not the absence of risk. It is the presence of divine alignment. There is no safer place to be than in step with my spirit. The road may not be smooth. The path may not be clear. But when I lead, I sustain. I protect. I provide. I multiply. And I do not abandon those who follow. You will not fail because I walk with you. You will not be overcome because my strength surrounds you. And even if you stumble, I will use it to strengthen your foundation. So now I ask, will you go where I send you? Will you speak what I give you? Will you build what I place in your hands? Will you step even when the crowd stays silent? Will you move even when comfort begs you to stay? Will you trust me more than your fear? Will you rise? You do not need to see the whole map. I only ask for one step, one act of obedience, one move in my direction, one decision to no longer bow to fear. And with that step, I will open more. I will show more. I will breathe more into your soul. This is how wisdom works. It unfolds as you walk. It grows as you go. It strengthens as you move. And every obedient step becomes a stone in the path. I'm building beneath your feet. You do not carry the pressure to figure everything out. You carry the permission to follow. Let go of your timeline. Release your expectations. Surrender your what-ifs. Trust my pace. Trust my plan. Trust my heart. I am not rushing you, but I will not let you remain where you were never meant to stay. You are not made for passive living. You are not made for cycles of almost obedience. You are made to walk in power. You are made to shake atmospheres with your yes. You are made to shift lives with your obedience. You are made to carry my glory in a way only you can. And the world is not waiting for your perfection. It is waiting for your obedience, child. You do not need more confirmation. You need more courage. And I give it to you now. I breathe boldness into your lungs. I speak confidence into your bones. I place fire in your steps. And I declare over you, you will move forward. You will rise up. You will walk in what I've placed inside you. You will break the silence. You will not stay stuck. You are mine, and I lead you with wisdom that cannot fail. This is not about achievement. This is about alignment. This is about saying, yes, Lord, even when the path is unfamiliar. It is about trusting that if I have spoken it, I will fulfill it. And I have spoken over your life. I have marked your journey. I have woven your story into my eternal plan. And I will not let you miss what I created you for. So rise, beloved. Rise from comfort. Rise from waiting. Rise from fear. Take the step. Say the yes. Begin again. My hand is steady. My wisdom is sure. My timing is perfect. And your future is unfolding with every act of faith. Live for what cannot be taken away. Child, you live in a world where worth is measured by noise, where people chase recognition like it's oxygen, where truth is often drowned by what is trending. But I did not call you to live for the temporary. I did not design your life to be driven by applause that fades with the wind. I called you to live for what cannot be taken away. I called you to build what time cannot destroy. I called you to carry wisdom that outlasts popularity, presence, that transcends performance, and purpose that lives beyond your breath. This is the power of a life aligned with my voice. It doesn't end when applause fades. It begins when surrender begins. For in every obedient step, you are laying the foundation of something eternal. The world will offer you shortcuts, child. It will tempt you to take the fast road to success, to choose performance over depth, influence over integrity, relevance over reverence. But I whisper to your soul, there is a better way. My way, the narrow road, the path less followed, but deeply favored. The way of wisdom is not flashy, but it is firm. It does not guarantee comfort, but it guarantees purpose. It will not make you famous, but it will make you fruitful. And that fruit will remain when every spotlight dims. I do not measure your worth by the size of your platform. I measure it by the depth of your surrender. Wisdom is not found in chasing what glitters. It is found in pursuing what is holy. It is found in choosing quiet obedience when no one is watching. It is found in choosing truth over convenience, love over control, character over image. This is not weakness. It is power. Quiet power. Eternal power. It is the power to walk in integrity when no one affirms you. The power to speak life when others speak fear. The power to forgive when bitterness feels justified. The power to stay the course when quitting feels easier. This is the strength born from wisdom, and it is rare, but I am raising it in you. Child, your legacy is not written by what you accumulate. It is written by who you become, and who you are becoming matters more to me than anything you do. The house you're building in the spirit, it matters. The battles you fought in silence, they matter. The private prayers no one saw, they matter. The nights you worshiped through tears, they echo in eternity. Nothing is wasted. Not your pain, not your obedience, not your faithfulness, when it felt unnoticed. Every seed of faith you've sown, every act of obedience, every hidden surrender, I have seen it all. and I do not forget. I reward those who walk in my wisdom. Do not envy the quick rise of others. Do not compare your process to theirs. I am doing something deeper in you, something slower perhaps, but more solid. I am building you for the long haul. I am shaping you for a crown that does not fade. I am teaching you to walk in such unshakable truth that storms will not move you. I am rooting you in eternity so that you no longer live by cycles of approval and fear. I am raising you into one who stands, one who stays, one who lasts. For what I build in wisdom is not fragile. It is not fleeting. It is not hollow. It is holy. You are not late. You are not behind. You are not forgotten. You are being prepared. And preparation is not punishment. It is kindness. It is mercy. It is protection. Because when the weight of your calling arrives, I want your spirit to be strong enough to carry it with grace. I want your foundation to be deep enough to withstand the pressure. I want your character to be refined enough to hold what I will pour. You may feel hidden, but child, you are hidden for safekeeping, not for shame. I hide what I value. I prepare what I anoint. I root what I plan to raise. Let me remind you again, you are not called to impress. You are called to impact. And impact that flows from divine wisdom will not always be loud, but it will always be lasting. I did not place eternity in your heart for you to chase things that die with time. I placed my spirit within you to call you higher, higher than insecurity, higher than performance, higher than ambition dressed as obedience. I call you to build with gold, not straw, to choose depth, not noise, to live by my voice, not by applause, to remember that your value is not determined by what you do for me, but by the fact that you belong to me. You don't have to chase significance. You already carry it. You don't have to strive to be seen. I see you. You don't have to perform to be loved. I love you. What if your legacy isn't built in stages, but in secret rooms of intimacy with me? What if the most powerful things you ever do are things no one sees, except me? Will that be enough for you? Will you walk in my wisdom, even if it means walking alone? Will you choose eternal truth over temporary applause? Will you trust that what I build through you is never in vain? Child, the world may forget your name, but heaven never will. And every time you choose me, choose my way, choose wisdom, you are echoing into eternity. You are building an unshakable house. You are leaving a legacy of truth. You are walking in something far greater than success. You are walking in significance. So let the world chase noise. You chase me. Let the world chase platforms. You chase presence. Let the world chase performance. You chase purpose. Let your life be shaped not by what is seen, but by what is sacred. You are not missing out. You are being marked. You are not falling behind. You are being fortified. You are not too late. You are right on time for what I'm building through you. Do not despise the days of quiet obedience. Do not overlook the beauty of small beginnings, for I see it all. And I declare, you are leaving a legacy that will outlive you. You are writing truth into the atmosphere. You are changing history with every step of wisdom. You are building with eternity in your hands. And I am with you, from the first seed to the final breath, from the whispered yes to the roaring breakthrough, from the pain of pruning to the joy of harvest. I will never leave you. I will never forget your offering. I will never let your obedience go without reward. Keep walking. Keep trusting. Keep building. The best you can imagine is still behind the veil, and I hold it in my hand. And I say to you now, beloved, live for what cannot be taken away. Crowned with wisdom, walking in destiny. Child, you have come through much. You have walked valleys others cannot name. You have wrestled in silence. You have waited in the dark. You have stood when everything in you said fall. And now, beloved, hear me. You did not break. You were being built. You did not lose time. You were gaining truth. You were not alone in the wilderness. You were with me. And now you rise. This is not the beginning of something small. This is the awakening of what has always been planted in you. You did not stumble into wisdom. I have drawn you into it. You did not earn my presence. You inherited it. You did not climb into purpose. You were born with it embedded in your bones, sealed by my breath, marked by my spirit. Now the veil lifts. Now your eyes open. Now you no longer hope you are called. You know, you are the one I have shaped for such a time as this. The one who waited long, but did not walk away. The one who fell, but stood again. The one who doubted, but still believed. The one who cried, but still lifted hands. The one who said yes, even with trembling lips. The one who chose me when silence surrounded you. The one who stayed at my feet when answers didn't come. And to you I say now, stand tall. You are crowned with my wisdom. Walk forward, for you are walking in destiny. This destiny is not measured by worldly standards. It is not always loud. It is not always visible. But it is unshakable, and it is irreversible. You are not just stepping into a new chapter. You are becoming a new creation, not improved, not upgraded, transformed. The pain that once paralyzed you now fuels compassion. The battles that nearly took you now deepen your authority. The deserts that stretched long now anchor your discernment. You have been forged. You have been refined. You have been chosen. You carry something eternal, and it's time to release it. You have asked me, Lord, what now? And I say to you, now you live like one who has been sent. No longer searching for signs, you are the sign. No longer asking to be filled, you overflow. No longer hiding, you shine. You are not trying to prove you carry my presence. You embody it. You are not waiting for permission. You are already appointed. I have given you wisdom, and now I give you a mantle. The mantle of clarity, the mantle of spiritual vision, the mantle of kingdom impact, the mantle of unshakable truth. You were never created to walk in confusion. You were never created to live reactionary to fear. You are made to lead with peace, to speak with fire, to move with clarity. This is what my wisdom has done in you. It has realigned your sight, your stride, your spirit. You no longer follow feelings. You follow faith. You no longer serve opinions. You serve purpose. You no longer look to the world for validation. You look to me, and you move accordingly. Every lesson has led to this. Every moment of surrender has prepared you. Every time you bowed low, I was lifting you higher. Now you walk with a deeper strength, not loud, but resolute, not hurried, but steady. You no longer rush ahead, because you walk in step with my spirit. You no longer fear delay, because you understand my timing. You no longer crave approval, because you have my affirmation. You are free. You are rooted. You are aligned, dot and child. Now you become the one who pours, the one who stands for those still shaking, the one who intercedes when others don't. Have the strength to speak, the one who carries peace into chaos, hope into sorrow, light into shadows. Not because you're trying to be perfect, but because you've been present with me. And presence with me always becomes power for others. You do not carry answers for everyone, but you carry my presence, and that is enough. You are not finished. You are just beginning. But this beginning comes not from striving, but from knowing. You know who you are. You know whose you are. You know where you are going. Even when the map is not clear, your direction is sealed. You know why you were made. You know what matters. You know what to release and what to protect. This is wisdom, not just having information, but having revelation. Not just moving fast, but moving sure. I have given you a new heart, a renewed mind and feet, ready to walk wherever I call you. Your voice carries weight. Your hands carry healing. Your mind carries vision. Your life carries my name. And no power of hell, no mistake, no delay, no wound, no shadow, nothing will take you from my purpose. You are mine, sealed, anointed, sent, loved, held, guided, covered, crowned dot, and even as you walk forward, remember this, you are never alone. My wisdom walks with you. My spirit goes before you. My angels surround you. My presence covers you. You will walk into rooms you thought were beyond you. You will speak with confidence you did not have before. You will stand when others fall. You will build what has never been built. You will rise when the world expects retreat. You will not bend to fear. You will not shrink back. You will not forget who you are. You are my beloved, my light bearer, my warrior, my vessel, my answer for this generation dot. And if ever you forget, return to me. If the path grows dim, come back to my feet. If the world gets loud, return to my voice. If your strength fades, lean into mine. You don't need to. Sustain this in your own power. I will carry you. I will guide you. I will fill you afresh. For my wisdom is not a one-time gift. It is a river. And you will drink from it all the days of your life. So rise, crowned one. Walk tall. Speak boldly. Love deeply. Move wisely. You are not who you were, and the world will not be the same because you said yes. You carry the wisdom of heaven. You live for eternity. And the journey ahead is just beginning, with me beside you forever. You've heard my voice. Now walk in my truth. Share this message. Let others know they are not forgotten. Carry my light into the world and return to this place whenever you need reminding. You are mine, and I am with you.